You're listening to Nebraska's #1 podcast, The Shedcast. The Shedcast. Where we take shit talking to a whole new level. If it's sports, music, or live interviews, we got you covered. Now, here's your host, Harvey.
I can't remember. Today is Thursday or Friday, but everything's been going together. It's been a shitty fucking week. I'm so glad to have the podcast I've been putting off for the last 3 weeks. We got everyone here tonight. We got one new face, a couple of familiar faces for sure. But the other familiar face, Revo, welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Been missing it.
Yeah, you know, it's Tell was at a freaking engagement party. Goes to those
what a
fucking things.
loser.
Fucking loser. On the other side of the thing here, we have Josh. Josh, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, no problem. And we have a special guest, my father-in-law, Pat Harvey. Say hi.
Hello. Thank you inviting me to ride the lightning here.
Yeah, you got an applause too. Look at that. Stand up
Nice.
ovation. Damn, it's crazy. Anywho, so I want to start off by saying thanks to all those sponsors out there. Ambitiously Lazy. I love that clothing brand. You do
Amazing
too.
guys, yes.
You know, they're great out there. It's not just him by himself. He has another guy that helps him,
He
right?
has 2 partners and then a couple other guys helping him do everything behind the scenes.
So everyone out there listening, if you want a custom jersey made, you have a sports team, you have not softball. I mean, not just softball, but
They
like
do everything.
what's a beanbags? What am I thinking of?
Cornhole, man.
And
Cornhole.
people need cornhole shirts, you know, team shirts. But
They do, like poker runs.
Your whole
Yeah,
team,
anything.
your whole team for fantasy football or whatever.
oh, dude, that would be sick.
Your
That'd be
golf
cool.
league.
Fantasy football
Shedcast
jerseys.
Fantasy Football League coming
We got
soon.
our own Shedcast jerseys from him too. You can hit him up on Facebook. He's over there on Facebook. He's normally going to answer your Facebook messages versus his Instagram. Tell him Tyler at the Shedcast sent you. He's going to hook you guys up. We also got a shout out to Hustle Drops, which is your favorite
Love them.
thing to do. And Pat, you had that for the first time, last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we still got them. You liked that,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
So they make a whole new brand. They have helps you with sleep. They have ones that help you focus. They have one that help you. I think it's like an energy one, and then another one's like supposed to mellow you out. So that'd be pretty. I don't know. I haven't tried any of them, but the one that we got,
The one that we have.
it's
The
just supposed to open
OG,
your.
the
oh, yeah,
OG
the OG
breather
one.
drops.
Yeah.
Clear
Hustle
the
Drops is
airways.
great. FXDrops.com to get yourself some Hustle Drops. And last but not least, GLD Shop is always hooking us up with the flyest fucking jewelry I've ever
I didn't
had.
bring mine today.
I didn't wear
Shit.
mine today. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I got mine on right now. I'll see it. But GLD is great. This year, I think we already got our MLB gear going from them. So now
Yes.
NFL's starting to come up. So we'll be getting a shipment of NFL. So I know you got your fucking Titans sucking dick
Fucking
pendants
Broncos,
coming through.
Donkeys.
But I found a really good one. It's a gold. It's a gold Bronco. It's pretty sick. Little diamonds inside of
you
it.
can't say good and Bronco in the same sentence.
But I just did. So, and then we got Tello's Green Bay Packers that
Fucking
packed
fudge
a bunch of
packers.
fucking fudge.
The Aaron Rodgers list Green Bay
Yeah.
Packers.
Damn, I tell you what. But shout out to those guys over there. They're always doing great things. If you go check them out, gldshop.com. They got some blinging ass watches too. I mean, I was looking at some of their videos on Facebook. They're so fake, they're real.
Listen, man, all you're gonna do is get your real shit jacked anyway. If you're
crazy.
just trying to look cool.
They do have $60,000 watches on there. It's pretty sick. They're
Tell them to send us a free one.
priced out. I tried.
Could you imagine getting choked out for your $60,000 watch and you
Oh,
have a
God.
phone that tells you the time all the time?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm getting choked out for that
I'm
watch.
fine with my $10 Timex Expedition from Target. So cool.
I just try not. You know what? We need less leashes, time, phones, everything. It's all
Everything.
leash, man. You need a few less. I don't wear a watch. I already have a phone that literally, it's like you're answering its
everything.
beck and call, and you're like, oh, I'm a ding though, bro. I'm glad I can set my shit down and walk away because I don't have a bunch of social media. I don't have a bunch of stuff, but like, and I don't know. I guess I don't have a whole lot of I have friends, but like I don't have a lot of people that are like gonna call me. Like they know it's like, oh, it's 5:30 or 6 o'clock at night. I'm not gonna talk to this dude. I'll talk to him later.
I rely on work. I have to have my phone next to me all the time. I guys are working until like midnight. Like, hey, I got one sold at like 9:30 at night. I'm like, oh, good for you. Yay.
Yeah, if we get like a rush call for work, like I'll check it if it's there. If I get a rush call for work to make something, it's expensive.
Yeah,
So I answer the call.
Yeah, you're definitely there late night sometimes too, though.
Yeah, and that's that's the other thing. It's like I'm already there. I'm already touching it. I'm already like answering my wife saying, "What time are you gonna be home?" But I don't want to have a watch, man. I don't want to have. I don't wake up to an alarm anymore. Like I'm over that.
I do.
I need
Every fucking morning. You do too. What time do you get to work? I think you get to work like 6:30, 7, don't you?
7 now.
7? That's not
Yeah.
bad. That's not
Used
bad.
to be 8. I was like, nope, I'm done with that.
Yeah, who wants to leave at that time to go home? That's the worst part. Driving at like 5:30 or 6.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
terrible.
traffic out here has been absolutely ridiculous. 60th Street traffic is terrible at 5 o'clock.
Dude, and Grover's all shut down, and
It's terrible.
Yeah,
And then 42nd has no access.
Yep, from the interstate to go south.
It sucks.
It's a terrible situation to be in, and Center Street is trash all the way.
Oh,
Like,
the potholes out the ass everywhere you go.
It's like they had a water main break. I can't even, man. Like everywhere in my
something new.
neighborhood's the worst to drive in.
Omaha sucks ass. And we still can't smoke pot legally.
What happened to our mayor? Has anybody heard of her?
Is she still alive?
I don't think she's participating in her job right now. I think she's just getting that paycheck till she's gone. She's on the Pat Harvey plan, just relax until retirement.
I know. I was going to jump in there, but you guys weren't really hitting anything that I was familiar with. 'Cause
I mean, you
I
drove.
work from home.
Rough life.
I start early in the morning, get off early in the afternoon. But, the way I work when I'm busy. So sometimes I'll work till 10 o'clock at night just to
Yeah.
get things done and caught up. It's all project related. So,
But that helps you not have to get up so early in the morning too, right?
yes.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I mean, I have my own shop, but like I still work super early, but my body just wakes up, and 5 o'clock, I'm just up, and I either have a choice. I can go back to sleep and go to breakfast with my wife after we take our kid to school or to her summer club, or I can get up and go to work and get off and leave a little earlier, and then maybe catch happy hour or
I feel like you guys hit breakfast a lot more when school's around.
Yeah, we do for sure. I mean, summertime, kids sleeping, they don't have to be there at a certain time. They can
Yeah.
kind of get out of bed, so they're not waking up to an alarm either, which
Yeah.
is,
Nice.
yeah, nobody wants to wake up to an alarm. Shit sucks.
My daughter still wakes up at the ass crack of dawn.
Zane does the same thing. That
That's
dude's
good.
up at 6 a.m. on the fucking dot
Yeah.
every
Kid's a winner.
goddamn day.
Kid's going to be a winner, dude.
Oh, my God. He doesn't even need an alarm. He's
That's
just like,
Jenna.
I'm up.
Yep, that's Jenna and
Like,
Armani.
you shitting
Yep.
me, man.
I'm in the same boat, man.
Oh.
I stay up. I'll stay up. Like the other night, I was up to like 12:38. I remember last time I looked at the clock, it was like 12:38. I was plugging my phone in. I'm like, shit, I stayed up way too late tonight. Like 5:35. Eyes opened up. I'm like, shit, wife's going to sleep for a while. I'm ready to go. I'm just go to work. So get ready and leave.
Yeah, I've been smoking a lot of weed before I go to bed, so I wake up a little later than the day than I normally do. But I'm getting back onto this track of just smoking every single day that I feel so much better about my day. Like I wake up feeling great.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And-
getting a lot of sleep is awesome. Like there are days where I'll sleep till 7. I go to sleep at 11. I'll wake up at 7, especially since summer's happening. It's happened
That's a
like
good
few
sleep.
more times.
That's
yeah.
a good sleep.
I never get 8 hours. Like I was always operating on 6 hours of sleep forever. And now it's like, 8 hours feels like I won the lottery.
I was enjoying my sleep-ins for a little while after I got out of the military, and then I hopped on board with him at Baxter, where I first met him at, and fucking 6 in the morning. I think I had to be there at 6.
Yeah, we had to be there super early back
Fuck
then.
that. For what? Because I mean, we didn't do shit. But 6:30, I think, kind of like people started rolling in to get their car service. I'm like, fuck y'all doing? Like, get the fuck out of here. It's
Dropping
That's
them
when
off before they go to work.
That's right. That's when I
but
drive
it's,
my truck
it's
off.
like 10 feet of snow outside, and they're gonna
They're
bring their
just
fucking
lining
cars
up,
in here.
yeah.
It's like, y'all give me a break. Fuck. And then I don't know. Hey, you can keep that job. I mean, I know it's a fun one for you. So, yeah. You guys got a new building though. It looks good, right?
I mean, it's newly remodeled.
Because you guys got like a drive, and then they have to come inside to you guys, right? Or is it you guys still all outside?
No, we're inside now. They want us up and out the door as they're driving in, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it a little more, is it cooler now?
yeah,
though?
we're
You're
in
not
the AC now during the
Yeah.
heat, and then in the winter we'll be in the
warm.
heater.
Yeah, because that shit was always miserable.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Before they did the
Open the
remodel.
big ass bay doors and people
No,
won't,
yeah.
people won't shut the doors, so all the cold air comes in, and then it's just fucking miserably cold.
Like working outside all year round.
Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Pretty much.
Our shop's like that. Our shop was probably, I think the other day when we looked, it was like 99 degrees, and our humidity, the thing said 89 on it. It was sticky, hot, terrible. But like, I've been doing it for 20 years. I've been in a similar building or that building for 20 years. So it's like you just get used to it. I don't really give a shit if it's as long as the coolant in the machines doesn't freeze. We got lasers and stuff in there that will pump heat back in the building. So it's like,
Oh yeah, it's constant heat rotation.
you can always get a little bit of heat in there in the winter. It's usually not too much lower than 60. If it's under 60, it'd be a cold day. But if you're standing around in 55-degree weather all day long, no matter what, it's cold.
Yeah.
You'll get cold. So
I don't. I'm on the roofs all day, so I don't know what I'm gonna do in the wintertime. But my ass wears pants, and I'll wear a short sleeve polo, but I'm still sweating my balls off. I mean, I come off those roofs drenched in sweat. There's no way around it at all.
It's been sweaty around here, man.
Just be thankful you're not in Phoenix.
Yeah. Is it
Or
a dry
Mississippi.
heat though,
Yeah.
I was
Pat?
just there last
You know
month.
what? Hot is hot.
I agree, man.
It
People
is
say that
hot.
shit all the time.
It's hot.
Well, it's 113, but it's a dry heat. It's
That's sitting in the sauna hot
like, yeah, dude, I don't want to do it.
like that. That's what it feels like. And I was like always trying to remember what the weather was like when I was there. And I remember when I was traveling, when I flew in from Mississippi, I stayed with you for a couple of days, I think 3 days or something. And then I drove a Mercedes back, and I got to New Mexico, and I thought I was gonna fucking die. Like it was so fucking hot in the middle of nowhere. I got out and my sandal flip flop stuck to the pavement.
Yeah.
I was standing there pumping gas, and it just stuck.
Yeah,
And I'm
leave-
like
leave
lifting
that
it,
one
and it's all
behind.
gooey. I'm like, nope.
Well, for some reason, they like to put blacktop on every road and surface. down
Everything.
there.
I don't
Yeah.
understand it.
And that really does well with 115-degree heat.
I don't understand it at all.
You can't even put that stuff here. Like we had a rental property that it already had an asphalt driveway, so we just had them recoat it. And the renters put like a grill on there, and it got hot in the summer, and it like sunk in like 4 inches where they recoated the top of it. I'm like, sweet, man. Well, now you guys have a custom grill installation for the rest of the time.
Right. It ain't going nowhere now.
They bought that house for me, so I don't have to worry about fixing it.
So, did you? I want to touch base on my College World Series because watching those three games was embarrassing to watch.
Well, the first game
Of the
wasn't so
championship
bad.
series?
Yeah, that
The
was
first game was what, 6-1 or something like that?
The first game was fine.
Yeah.
The second game was
It was a
like,
blowout.
24
24
to
24
3.
to 4.
why am I watching it? And then third game was like, oh, here's a fucking repeat, just the opposite side.
18
Yeah.
to 5 or 18 or something like
And
that.
they set the hit record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Home
LSU did.
runs,
Home
wasn't
run.
it?
I
Yeah.
think
Hits
hits
and
are-
home runs
Yeah.
in a single game the second day, and they broke the record from the day before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was held by Florida.
Yeah.
It's
And
fucking insane.
every player from LSU in their lineup had a hit, an RBI, and a run.
It's incredible.
Crazy.
It was a good. I watched it from home. I didn't
Yep.
attend this year, which is like one of the first times I haven't attended.
Rita went to 2 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was hot as shit.
Yeah,
I'm
she went
sure.
to the first LSU game where they lost to Tennessee, then to that championship game.
Hey, Tennessee came out hard, man. I was kind of hoping for them to move on a little bit, but
I was going for, Oral Roberts? Because
I did. Yeah, I wanted to see them
Yeah.
too because they made it pretty far. I was kind of impressed, but and it's no Nebraska, no Creighton out there, so
Yeah, I didn't have a dog in the hunt, man. I didn't care. I mean,
uh,
I'm cool. It's good for the city. It's fun.
There's some new teams out there I haven't seen in a little while, so that's kind of cool
Yeah.
to see. But just something about being downtown now. I don't know. I liked Rosenblatt.
Yeah.
I do like this new stadium. It's designed well, and it's supposed to be designed where these kids can't hit a fucking home run, and they just blasted them.
Yeah, this year
Yeah.
they blasted the shit out of them.
I mean, every I feel like every pitch during those 2 games, 3 games in the championship were just home runs after home runs.
Well, I mean, I think, probably NIL helps that, right? Like, if someone's going to pay you, you get to actually eat now.
Yeah.
Since they started doing name and likeness, like
Yeah.
they're going to pay these college athletes a little bit of money. They're probably going to be stronger. They're going to get a bunch of actually eat things other than macaroni and cheese. The ones that aren't getting the extra paid from the boosters that you weren't supposed to talk about. So they're stronger and more athletic than ever because they have a bank account full of cash and a belly full of food.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was
That's
wrong.
my
I was,
theory.
yeah.
I was
That's my
I was
theory.
a student athlete on ramen noodles, man. That's just how it was. Because I didn't have fucking shit for nothing else. Because between sports and books, I didn't have time for a job, so I relied on if I was eating at the cafeteria, and then my in-room snacks would be like ramen noodles because it's the cheapest shit I can buy in Council Bluffs.
Well, the other side of that too. That we talk about this right now, since it segues into an awesome, awesome topic of the day that Supreme Court's decided they're not going to be paying people's student loans. So now I won't pay for somebody else's ramen noodles
Yeah,
that they bought while they were in college.
True.
And you know what? Honestly, if somebody decided that, hey, look, we're gonna somehow excuse student loans, been great. But when they first started talking about it, they should stop issuing new ones.
Yes.
You know, you can't continue the problem to the last minute. Just stop issuing new ones. If you want to let private banks do it and make people decide, you know, hey,
make it like a real loan.
yeah, well,
Well, these universities really need to be brought back down from where they're at. They've priced themselves out of the market.
and you can see that happen starting in 1965 when they introduced the very first student loan program. That if you watch the graph grow year over year starting in 1965, and on top of that, you know, their university was more, pushed in education systems because anybody could go to college. So yeah, you're right. I mean, universities were crazy. Everything was super expensive. I mean, even tech schools and other private universities, they were really bad too.
Yeah, I mean, now we've gotten to a point where, you know, you have trades that probably all of the trades almost make more money than kids coming out of college now with, 90% of their degrees.
I agree.
There's only a handful of degrees that are actually worth a shit anymore. The rest of them are just worthless.
Yeah, are you a lawyer? Are you a
Paperweights.
doctor?
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll look mine. I mean, I'm going to school for audio production, which, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I mean, I know what
There's
I
a
want to
need-
do.
There's a need for it.
There is. I mean, there's
There's a need.
my ultimate goal is to be fucking part of the WWE fucking road crew and do all their sound and audio shit.
Dude, sweet.
Right?
You know, I mean,
you got to go for your dreams.
all those
man.
guys are retired, man. I might as well get in line. Fuck. I mean,
well, and on top of that, like there is a need for it. And as we start moving through like social media and media being a humongous product, like it's not like 20 years ago when media was just kind of simply delivered in the same old ways. Now media is everything. and if-
Everywhere.
yeah, you're literally pumped with media nonstop. So if you're able to do any media service, it'd be like being in the 90s and being a computer programmer.
Yeah.
You know, so and Pat, you're right. Trade. I don't know a plumber that makes less than $110,000 a year. Like
Exactly.
my buddy in AC he's easy 100,000 all year.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, he man more if he sells fucking units.
the
And
guys. The guys I know that have plumbing crews are making like $50,000 a month.
Yeah, it's
You
insane.
know?
Yeah. I mean, the schools are now starting to pump out kids that have bachelor's and master's degrees in dental cleaning.
Yeah. How
Before
much?
that was, okay,
That's what my sister was
you've
about to
worked the
do.
register for 2 years. Let's get you in here and train you to clean people's teeth, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that was, I just don't get why we need so much education for some of these jobs.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, I look at it now, like going back behind this, like learning all this shit. I'm like, goddamn, like there's not enough school to teach everything that they're teaching because there's times where I got into a class that I've been on I've had a 4.0 since I started school. It'll be a year next month. I'll be officially in school for a year. Okay.
Nerd.
Yeah, you nerd.
My class I'm in right now, I am barely gonna have a 74% grade, and it's just shit that I've never done before, and it's nothing like right now. One of the class assignments that I'm doing is looping, and so I'm looping songs. I'm doing transitions, which is fine, but the problem is I'm going into songs that I'm not familiar with, just random songs, and I'm trying to snippet a part of it to where I'm creating an endless loop that you can't tell that I'm looping it. Like it's just like. It's fucking weird, but I don't know anything about it. And it's like you go from writing music to now all of a sudden back to this when this should have been at the fucking beginning, learning it because we've learned how to do it at the beginning, but they wanted to put it midway of the year. Hey, just so you know, hope you forgot about everything you fucking learned, and then we're gonna redo it all over again in a whole different way. So it's crazy. But
Well, and also we always got to question the practical application of anything that we learn. Like I think people did this as kids and they thought for sure, like when they're taking geometry, they're never going to use this. But how many people in this room? I bet all 4 of us utilize geometry.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know, I know you
Some
do,
point.
Pat. I know you do, Tyler. I do.
Yeah.
Revo does. So I mean, you know, you have
Thank
to.
God for Google helping me out though with this
oh,
stuff.
I swear
Yeah,
to God.
trigonometry. I mean, I use trig every day. Like if I'm writing a program, I need to know like the
Yeah, you
sine,
do,
know,
yeah.
the sine or
Yeah.
cosine of an arc. You know, we just do it real quick on the calculator. Like, luckily, I learned it and I use it daily, and I use the sine bar all the time. So it's like that's something that we do.
I used to say, when the fuck am I ever going to learn it? Or when am I going
Yes,
to use
that
algebra?
was my favorite thing. I was like, when the fuck am I going to learn this or use this shit?
Algebra is like literally the most practical math you do. You do
No,
algebra
it
every
is.
day. Like
It
just
is.
X is your life. Like,
Yeah.
well, how many sodas? Like the other day, it's like, oh, I'm buying 15 4-packs of 12 packs of soda for $15, and my brain's like, well, how much is that per can? Is that a good deal? Well, and yeah, we start making X the freaking can. Now it's 31.5 cents per can. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
As long as I can get under 40 cents, that's my deal.
Yep.
So, you know,
I mean, I use it every day for figuring out how many squares on a roof and squares for siding and all that stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. The things that you don't think about, you got an education for, but you look at it now. Like for me, I seen a post on Facebook. A guy was like, "Damn, I've been out of high school for 12. I mean, I've been out of school for 12 years. I mean, I've been out longer than I've been in school.
yeah.
It's
I
just
graduated high
crazy.
school 20 years ago.
Yeah." And then you look at it like, damn, all right, I've been
Coming up on
out that
20.
long, and it only took me 12 years just to do it, but it was the worst fucking thing in the world.
And you thought it was forever back then.
God, it did feel like
It
forever.
did,
Like
yeah.
it never would end. Like you hated waking up, going to school, thinking that why?
I never really had a problem with school. I loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of learning. Like we had a bunch of, I was telling Pat a story about all my weird leftover books that were left in the closet of an apartment I lived in. And I read them all when I was a kid. I wanted to read more books. Like we had an Encyclopedia Britannica, you know, it had every issue. Like we didn't buy it. It's like somebody just gave us this Encyclopedia Britannica, but it didn't have a Q. So if you want to know about a Quince or Quebec, Canada, don't ask me because I don't fucking know. But, you know, we want to talk about Nairobi. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like that's all I'm saying. We had the N. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I went to school and I had a lot of good teachers that cared, and I learned a lot, and it wasn't really hard for me, which is probably why it was interesting. I can know other people that had problems learning. Like my little brother's dumb as shit. Now, as an adult, he was very smart for a long time. He kind of sucks now because he's dealing with his own personal shit, but he was, when we were kids, I swear, he was dumb as shit. I think he was dyslexic, or he couldn't hear, or he couldn't see. I have no idea,
All
but
the
we've
above.
never figured it out. The kid was terrible at school, terrible at reading, terrible at math, couldn't figure it out. I don't think he was good at bathing. You know what I mean? So as an adult, though, he could write contracts, and you know, he participated in starting a private ambulance company on an Indian reservation. So they were contracting to them, and he got in a little bit of an issue with his father-in-law. So he started a contract with their biggest customer and helped them start their own so he could cut his father-in-law out of this thing because they had a little bit of beef. So
Genius.
he's a spiteful kid. It's probably what we don't hang out very often.
Yeah, is that you said that was your brother?
My little brother, yeah,
Little brother, and then your older brother.
he's getting a doctoral degree in sociology.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, he's smart. You know,
Definitely. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, looking at it, would never have guessed that's what he was in.
you know, he's also a dumbass too. Like, and he'll love me for saying it. He had a lot of years where he dealt with a lot of stuff post-military, and you know, he didn't do a great job as being an adult.
Yeah.
And then he quit drinking and kind of got his shit together, and you know, started down the road of academia, because like I think ultimately he had a lot of jobs. Like one of the things I say about dudes that come from the mud, like especially if you were like a drug addict or an alcoholic, like some of these guys had 50 jobs. They laid tile, they did concrete, they did all shit. So they have this weird master of all, or jack of all trades, master of none mentality, where they have experience in every trade and every job because they just couldn't keep a job. That person's dangerous as shit once they get focused. Like I tell people, that's an advantage, dude, coming from the mud or having that problem and overcoming it. And he has this ability now where he's kind of a chameleon. He can kind of ebb and flow inside and outside of any group of people. And he's been around them all through, you know, his own personal addiction from back in the day.
Yeah.
He hope he's not mad at me for talking about it, but I mean,
Nah.
he talks about it as like a job.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because Sarah was just looking at the list that I had back in the day, and I think it's like up to like 50 jobs that I've held since I was 14 years old when I first started working.
You
Yeah,
had
but I
like
would-
7 since I've fucking known you.
Yeah, no, it's true, but like I just like I stopped getting challenged. Like I need something that's constantly challenging me, because if I like working with you at Ford, like it was fine. I was doing it, but it wasn't challenging enough. It was like I got fucking bored. It
Stagnant.
was just downtime
Yeah.
bullshit, fucking shitty managers. Like that's what it was.
well,
And-
yeah. And if you're not learning anything, you
Yeah.
should be overpaid.
Well,
Like,
I
I've
wasn't
used this
paid
for a
enough,
long
I tell
time.
you
Like
that.
I used to tell my boss all the time, I don't make enough money to sweep.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be teaching me. I need this on the job training that's happening. Like you don't pay me enough to sweep. Obviously, I'm the low man on the totem pole. I'm supposed to sweep, but no, I'm here as this is called a trade for a reason. I'm trading my time for an education. And you're paying me $8.25 an hour, whatever it was when I started working in a machine shop. And it's like, no, I don't make enough to sweep. Have that guy that makes $35 an hour sweep up. And at the same time, teach me how to run this machine.
Yeah.
Because I'm be more valuable to you. This motherfucker knows how to run it and he can sweep and he ain't busy. So if I'm sweeping, that motherfucker isn't busy. I guarantee that. You know, that's really how it is. Well, we're cleaning up today.
Oh, you fucking suck my dick today. 'Cause that ain't
Yeah.
happening.
Well, and my demand of being educated by the guys that were better than me and around me was really a sore spot. It's a sore spot, and also like a way of that my old boss and some of my mentors are like proud of me. Because like when it was happening, they're like, fuck this kid. He's such a dick. He's always like demanding and he wants, but I work for the same place off and on for almost 14 years. You know, really since I've been 18, I've had 4 jobs, including my own shop.
Yeah.
And I worked for one machine shop. I worked for a consulting company that was a consultant for that machine shop that when I left, because I was pissed at my boss, I worked for him and we went around and sold software and taught guys how to lean up their manufacturing process. Went back to that machine shop, got pissed off in the process of buying the machine shop, went and worked for another guy who had a machine shop that was supposedly for sale, left that machine shop and started my own shop because none of them were happening to be for sale on time.
How many jobs have you had besides you got Air Force?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's way too many.
What's the longest one you stuck at? This one now you're at now?
Probably the one I'm at now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I got out of the military, I'll bet I was going through jobs every 3 weeks.
That's what it feels like.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, you get out, you're trained for just so many other things and at a different responsibility level.
Yeah.
When you come out, it's like, we don't need you anywhere. We'll stick you over here, and it's like, really?
We're just trying to find something that's going to keep you busy.
Yeah, it's like I've done all these things, and now I'm just sitting here. You want me to stack boards, really?
Bro, I used to sweep floors for fun.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm telling people that, man.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like,
telling you,
I don't think so.
yeah, utilize me in a better way. And I think that's the biggest problem is most people don't seek out the talent that's around them. So that talent leaves like, you
Well,
know, and
or companies, they want to hire the best and brightest, and then they get them in the door and they
The
set
best
them in
and
the
worthless-
corner.
Worthless.
Well, but then
yeah,
they'll
I
sit
know
them
what
in
you
the
mean,
corner and just be like, I'll get to you later. It's like, well, you didn't hire the best and brightest to sit with my thumb up my ass.
they're just hiring you so that their competition doesn't get you.
yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, a lot of that stuff that comes along is a problem too because you're bringing people in and then that person leaves and that person has a negative opinion for people that are in their peer group that are also the best and the brightest. Like, no, don't work for that company. Those guys, they were a fucking bummer, you know?
See, the crazy thing is, like, the job I'm in now is I'm on a roofs. I do inspections, and I meet specifically with adjusters all day. Like, that's the only people I meet with. No homeowners, no nothing. So I get recruited or people try to recruit me every single day. Mostly State Farm guys say, "Hey, come be an independent agent." I'm like, why you guys? We'll make $300,000 all year. You will make $300,000 all year. He's like, we can get a storm like Scotts Bluffs just got a bad hailstorm.
Oh, yeah.
Huge tornado, hailstorm, whatever. He said, the guy out there right now, he's already made $27,000 his first week.
That's crazy.
It's straight to his, it's right away. It's straight into his pocket. Like, it's right away. And then he said, he'll probably end up making like $150,000 by the time he's done in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
crazy. And he's like, one guy went, he wanted to test something. He's like, one guy went out and he was working for State Farm. He worked every single day. He worked holidays, whatever he could. He worked every single day that he was allowed to work, and he made $950,000 for that year.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
I
So
love
they're
it.
just independent contractors.
All he's doing is looking at as damages, like if it's storms coming through ripping through your town, or if it's cars, whatever he's looking for, and he's just adjusting it all.
There's
He's
too
just-
many people.
just writing it.
There's too many cars and too many houses for the company adjusters, so they hire you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you just
That's what it
you're
is.
just ripping. You're walking through, going boop 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 boop. You do the adjustment real fast.
Yep.
It doesn't matter
Sign
because
me up.
if you
I'm
shit
telling
it,
you.
and if you shit it out, it doesn't matter because the body shop supplements or the
Yeah.
contractor
Yeah.
supplements.
all the time.
So if you do a shitbag job, but if you leave a bunch of money on the table,
Yeah, and it's
you're
and
not
it,
getting paid the same. But
and it's my job is pretty much that's what I'm doing now. So it's like, and the only thing you need is go down. You just go down tech, or you can go online, but you get your license through Texas.
Yeah.
Anybody, you can do your own independent work. You put out your stuff out there, say, hey, look, I'm looking for adjustments. Throw them my way. People are like, all right, here you go. Show them your certification, and you're on your way doing your own inspections, getting paid for it. It's crazy.
it is crazy.
Reba, how many jobs have you had?
Probably less than 10, I'm sure.
Is Baxter your longest job?
Yeah. Been there off and on since 2011.
And
You
how old are
started-
you?
35.
That's
You s-
pretty good.
You started as detail, right?
Started as a
Or
lot porter.
Lot porter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you went to detail.
Then I went to detail. Then I left. Came back to detail. Got pissed off at the boss. Left again. And then the GM called me up like 6 months later, and he's like, I need you to come back and do like the photographs for the website. I'm like, well, you got to match what I'm making now. And he's like, what is it? Did some numbers. Like, when can you start? I was like, I'll be there Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause
went
you're-
from there to service now.
Yeah, yeah. So you were in that transition before you went back to do photographs. You were at
Facebook.
what was it?
Yep, Facebook.
That's right. Yeah. And then were you were at Surf Pro a little bit, weren't you?
I was at ServPro the first time I left Baxter.
Yeah.
I realized how fucking shitty that place was.
Yeah.
Boomerang companies.
God,
I do it, dude. I've done that.
It's just as bad as fucking Paul Davis. Paul Davis sucked dick.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
well,
I'll put those bitches on blast. Hope you fucking see this shit.
Yeah, when we when I
God,
worked for
such a bad
ServPro,
experience.
it was
man.
like when I applied for them, they were like, "Oh, this is what we'll do." And I'm like, "Well, I have 50-50 of my daughter, so I need off on these days to go get her." And they're like, "Oh yeah, no problem." 3 months in, they're like, "Well, you got to choose from getting your daughter or keeping your job."
dude, there was no
was
time
like-
off at that. Fucking
Yeah, I was
place.
like, "Well, how long do I got to decide?" They're like, "I need an answer today." I was like, "Go fuck yourself." Walked out.
Yeah.
quit.
They put me on. I would be on fucking call for
Yeah.
a week long
Yep.
period, and it can happen anytime. So
And
there's
if they
a
called
fucking
you,
fire.
you have to go.
Yeah, you have to go. It could be 2 a.m. and you have to go. You be deep as fucking sleep ever, and then be like, "Hey, we got a fire on blah blah blah." Oh, sweet, yay!
Yes.
And then you're out there fucking until 9 a.m. and they don't let you go home and take a break.
no, you got to
No,
go.
you got to go in and do your full day, and then that full day lasts till about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, dealing with the same bullshit
fucking
you
worst,
dealt with
yeah.
that morning, smelling like fucking bonfire.
Nice.
So do you think after COVID that it kind of reset the dynamics of like the employee to the company relationship? Because I think now employees have a lot more leverage against
No,
companies.
Yeah, they do.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
lot more jobs, right? Like it seems like everybody's hiring.
Yeah, and
Now-
and
now,
all those
yeah.
people. It seems like we have a huge swath of people still missing from the workforce. So they went somewhere.
They decided that they didn't need to
They like
work.
that
Some
free
of them.
money,
They're
yeah.
just yeah.
They're the motherfuckers that are still sitting at home collecting a fucking free check and not having to do shit. And they're like, "Hey, this is nice."
Well, I don't know, man. I tell people all the time, like, them checks aren't very big, and everybody can make that choice to live at this super low standard. Like, I always tell people, you either need to make more money or you need or lower your standards. Like,
Yeah,
But some people are
exactly.
chill with just accepting the unemployment checks and just doing their own thing.
it's better than having an employer rely on them and them call in every 3 days because they only
Exactly.
That's fine. Yeah,
need $200 a
that's
week
fair.
to survive. Like,
Yep.
just fucking stay home. Like,
Yeah.
get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because even fast food, like, you go to certain fast food restaurants. I was talking about this in Vegas. Like, post-COVID Vegas and Vegas is a town of great customer service. Post-COVID Vegas was the best service I've ever had. And I asked a kid, I go, why is the service in Vegas so great right now? He said, the only people working are the people that want to work.
Facts.
Son of a bitch.
I liked Vegas when we went. I thought it was fucking
I've
awesome.
been twice.
Yeah.
Can't
We
say
had
I
great
really
service.
had
I mean, we ate at a restaurant. We all ate at a restaurant that had great
I'm
fucking
telling you,
service. I mean, like,
yeah, and that was post COVID, and the time before that Shelly and I went, it was right after COVID, right when they first opened up the strip, and everybody in Vegas could just be off. Like Vegas is one of those states that has a certain dynamic in their political leanings that allow people to chill out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but they were really big in like when COVID hit, like they were fucking a ghost town.
Oh, it shut down.
I mean, they
Yeah.
weren't fucking around out there.
Yeah.
That's when I watched one of Five Finger Death Punch's music videos was in Vegas when it was shut down, and it just looking at the strip on Fremont Street, and he
Freaky.
just by himself, and there nothing
Nobody,
out there,
Freaky.
like
Nobody.
nobody.
Nothing, yeah.
That was insane.
That can't be good though. Like there's no way that was good. And looking back at I don't know, this thing's getting banned. Fuck it, can't even talk about COVID
No,
right
we're
now.
good.
But for anyways, like looking back now at everything that came out, it's like, gosh, I don't know how many people had to lower their standard of living because of that. Like certain people that didn't want to stay home, that would have risked it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? Like
I would have.
I didn't get no days off. We had to work straight
Oh,
through.
yeah.
I didn't take a day off. I told everybody. I tell everybody there's a group of people there. We call them the people who never seen Tiger King. That's all the people that worked during COVID. If
I
you,
mean, I worked during COVID, but I watched.
I still watch that shit. I still watch that shit. We binged the fuck out of that stuff.
I'll never financially recover from this. I only know the shit from the memes. I can tell you the whole story just off the memes, man.
Hey,
I
I'm
called for help twice. Not a fuck you.
Not a fuck you. What do you need? Nothing. I send that to Sarah all the fucking time.
Fuck, dude. Just saying. Carol Baskin.
She didn't. That
bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
So I'm telling you, I never even saw it. I know everything. This is fucking great. Like I have to
should
watch
watch
it.
it.
She
though.
fucking
You
killed
should
her
watch it.
husband.
Yes.
Whoa. I even know his name was Don, dude. That's what I'm saying. I don't even need to know about it. I didn't watch it at all.
Motherfucking Dawn.
This shit changed everybody. Like people were just talking about it. They're like hanging out, drinking fucking fancy Bloody Marys, baking bread, watching Tiger King.
Watching
Hey,
gay guys do meth while fucking owning lions.
Didn't
and
that
tigers and
didn't that
shit.
motherfucker send a letter to Trump saying, "Hey, can you get me out of jail
Oh, that'd
for
be
pardons"?
He's sick, dude. Just try it.
I
I'm
thought I
pretty sure he
saw
did.
he's wanting to run for a political office now.
Who?
The Tiger King.
Hey, that motherfucker's still in
Yeah,
jail.
he's in prison still.
I just saw a picture of him posted
You
up
see
on the
him
wall.
on the wall?
Yeah, with the homies. Yeah.
He was all about it.
Is that their two rags
Oh
on?
god damn.
Joe
This guy.
Exotic. Joe Exotic. Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and restart that.
That's an American hero,
Is
and
it
I
still
never
on
even saw your
Netflix?
I
shit.
believe so.
I wonder if it is. That's
That's all I'm saying. Like there was just a group of people that never fucking participated in any of the shit. Like, and everyone was mad at me and whatever. I just told everybody it's like I'm not taking an extra step if I'm not fucking sick. I'll probably say I was an anti-masker. I just didn't want to wear a fucking mask. I got a beard. Fucking
didn't-
shit's hot. Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
we
doing
didn't
it.
we didn't like mask either. I mean, I think Pat fucking hated mask.
Yeah,
and I
didn't
remember
fucking
his
wear it.
his first time he fucking came down in 2020, and he's like, "Oh, I think I got fucking allergies," and then he goes home and we all fucking got COVID.
Fuck
And I'm
it.
like, "Hey, we never left the fucking house. There was no other way we got it." He goes, "We didn't give it to you."
Yeah, dude, got it from the vaccine. Cuz.
Maybe. Hey, who knows?
I tried not to get that fucking thing either, and we had the baby. I'm like, I didn't want to risk it just in case. And
That's the way they
Didn't get
get
it.
you, man. They try and get motherfucker. I'm jab free too, bro.
Yep.
That's just saying. Sorry.
I
Sorry
never got
everybody's mad about it.
COVID. Never got the shot. Nothing.
I don't know if I had COVID because I would never take a fucking test.
I
Because
mean,
if I
that's
had
true.
it,
I guess
don't-
that's true too. I got
it
did
twice.
Did I get hot one time? Yeah, I did. I got super fucking hot. You know what I mean?
Tello's gonna be pissed that he's not here, but Tello got it 7 times.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, if it's the same thing or what it is, like, I don't care. But anyway,
I'm telling
My
you,
daughter,
it's
my
like
daughter
the
got it twice. I never got it.
like the fucking flu, but there's still people out there that have no sense of smell or taste.
You remember?
Shit's
You remember
genetic.
Brett from Baxter, the aftermarket guy?
Oh yeah,
He can't smell or taste.
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Some of it's like permanently just like totally wiped out your genes. Like it just like rewritten your entire DNA.
Dude, I'm not even trying to like you guys.
Is it not?
Did you guys listen to
I'm
fucking
just-
Bobby? Did you guys listen to Robert Kennedy Jr. on Joe Rogan?
No.
No, but
You
I
need
wanted
to
to see
fucking
it.
listen to it. It's amazing. This dude is putting the whole world on blast. He invited the entire world.
What's
I'm
that?
I'm over here confirming.
Joe Exotic's out.
Joe Exotic said he's running for president as a Democrat.
Shit, yeah.
And his main reason is
Oh fuck.
he wants to get in and pardon himself.
Fucking righteous, dude. Can you run for president from jail? Because if so, he's almost got my vote.
Dude, he got everybody in every county vote.
I'm just like, shit, dude. Well, fuck it. Joe Exotic, part yourself.
Oh, what the fuck worse is gonna be?
Then he's gonna go and say, he can't say that he had not a fucking call, not a fuck you, nothing.
I
No,
called
we
for help
ha-
twice.
We did help you, dude.
Was it-
We put you on our shoulders.
Was it Exotic 2028?
Fuck, dude. All I'm saying is put him down Mount Rushmore.
Oh
With-
my!
with a fucking
with
tiger.
the tiger right
Yeah,
next to
Tiger
him.
next to him, yeah.
Ah,
It is still on Netflix,
maybe,
though.
maybe Carol Baskin's going to manage the campaign. I don't know.
Fucking righteous, dude. Any way to catch the bag, dude. Those guys, somebody got rich off that shit.
It ain't
I
no
don't know if it
different
was
than
him.
having fucking Hillary do something. She makes people disappear too.
That's true.
Oh snap!
Oh,
Don't add
shit.
yourself. I can't agree with that. Don't add yourself. You know how I am about that, dude. I'm sensitive about the Clintons, bro. Don't talk about them on the internet.
Nah, talk
That's
about
like
them,
saying
'cause
bad shit about BG, dude.
They'll probably be like, "Oh my god, Harvey talked about me on his fucking
Banned
podcast."
for life.
Cut.
Banned for life.
Fucking bitch.
Oh God.
I was shitting bricks, and I was sitting in my hotel room in Florida, and I was like, this fucking lady's about to win. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, God, I'm fucked. Like I'm fucked.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
Not
fucked.
a chance, though. Just saying. I mean,
And then I seen this landslide. I'm like, oh shit, what a change of events, huh?
they'll never let it happen again.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm just saying, man.
And-
I'm glad that's what transpired.
Well, we did get blocked on Apple for talking about the transgender drunken moon landing.
That was the name of the podcast. It said it was
yeah,
called
the last
Trans-
time, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking get
So
us.
we got
out.
banned from them?
Yeah, they took it off Apple.
We didn't even talk about anything. That was bad.
I know. It was just a title. Yeah. So
Wow.
I appealed it and got it back on, so it's good now.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid, but
Sorry,
whatever.
sorry. The title was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
We want to talk about the other incident that's going around now?
Which one's that?
The submarine. And
Hey, you said you didn't want to fucking talk about that
Tello
shit.
said that. I didn't.
That was Tello?
That was Tello.
I thought that was you.
No.
All right,
Listen,
fuck
you guys.
Tello. All
All
right.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
saying
Tello,
is,
he's
all
out.
this submarine was one gigantic media distraction from exactly,
Exactly
what's
what I
actually
thought.
happening.
But what were they trying to cover up?
The photos that came off of Hunter Biden's laptop.
Beautiful,
the-
they they arrested him. What did they arrest him for?
John Durham's congressional testimony that basically said Hillary was the one behind the Steele dossier and
Oh,
all the rigged Russia rogue agents hoaxing in the election or whatever.
so Biden got indicted. Or he got indicted, didn't he?
Impeach. They had an impeach vote whether they were going to.
No, not for that. His son.
Oh shit up.
He got picked up on
No, he got gun charges.
gun
tax
charges,
evasion.
and tax evasion.
Yeah, and they gave him a slap
did
on the.
Biden?
He didn't even.
His son.
His
yeah.
son, Hunter?
They just
Yeah.
let him out, dude. They
Yep.
let him out on these gun charges.
Again.
Felony with a gun. Yeah, felon with a gun.
Well, you can't arrest a president's son. Are you crazy?
Well,
Listen, not in the
also
United
make
States
his
of America.
laptop
you can.
fucking disappear too.
They must know the same people Hillary does.
Yeah.
Of course they do. Haven't you seen the donkey in all their pictures?
Benghazi.
Donkey's a team, dude.
You know, whatever.
I'm on the donkey team.
Fucking donkey.
P.S. Just so everyone out there isn't confused, I hate the fucking elephants too. If you're a fucking politician, you probably are self-serving in a bit of a butthole. So,
Fucking tight butthole.
yeah,
True.
Just saying.
True.
I don't know. It's that whole thing, but I mean, that submarine was crazy, and that guy was also the guy that was running the submarine was also wanted for a fucking bunch of lawsuits.
The guy that owned Ocean Gate,
Yeah,
wasn't his wife directly related to one of like a Rockefeller or a Rothschild or something?
see,
I was getting all these cool.
you went
mixed-
down the same fucking hole I
I was
went
getting all
down.
these-
Down a rabbit hole.
Listen,
Yep.
man, because I've already believed the Titanic was simply
We
used
talked
to
about that.
destroy John Astor and Guggenheim so they
Yep.
could push the Federal Reserve.
That, and they also did a big, huge insurance claim on that
Yeah,
fucking shit
because it
too.
was the Olympic. That's what everyone says, the Olympic. Even if it wasn't the Olympic and it was the Titanic, I'm just saying, J.P. Morgan was supposed to be on that
Either
thing.
fucking way, that bitch still went down. It's at the bottom of the fucking water, and it was
Yeah.
definitely man-made. It wasn't, or I mean, not man-made, but I'm sure they hit the iceberg, but it wasn't on accident like they portray.
Yeah.
I
Sure,
mean,
that shit
if
was
you're-
like
if you're
legit.
on that boat and you're crushing the boat like and being willing to fall into that cold water because some rich dude told you to, you're a fucker.
Yep.
Like straight up, like you're a fucking simp, dude. You're a fucking joke. Like I would be like, no, boss. Today we're not hitting the icebergs.
You
Fuck
better
off.
hit that when I'm off the boat.
Yeah, dude. It's cold out there. Have you ever been cold before? It's really hard to get warm.
I've done the polar plunge, so I can only imagine what that would be like for like 8 hours.
I don't
Oh,
ever.
how long were they in the water? A few hours, right? I mean, like a long time.
There's a
Long
lot of them
enough to
still
kill
in
'em.
that motherfucker. Yeah, there's a lot of them still at the bottom.
Jack,
Yeah.
Jack, don't go, Jack.
Oh God.
Not the movie.
You know,
Son of a
it's
bitch.
funny, but
That's one of the greatest movies of all time.
I love Titanic. It was a
Never
great
heard of
movie.
it, man.
But what's the actor's name that originally from the beginning that's from Twister? What's his name? Because he died, didn't he?
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
He died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's that, but he's not gonna be in Twister 2, but they're gonna do like a memorial thing for him during the movie that they're making right now in Oklahoma. They're down in Oklahoma right now doing it.
Twisters.
They're using real weather events too happening in Oklahoma to put in the movie, which is kind of cool. And then the CGI is doing all the big bullshit. But there's a TikTok about him being in that same little mini sub going down to look at the Titanic. He was in that same thing asking questions because he kept looking up at the hatch. He's like, we're really far down, aren't we? He goes looking up. He's hearing all these creaks. And he's like, fuck. He's like, I took out a life insurance policy. I wrote wills. I did all this. I did
You
this.
almost have to.
Yeah, he's like, you got to plan because you don't know. He's
Yeah.
like, and you can just collapse at any time. And this guy's like bringing down his screwdrivers. He's fixing shit. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, oh, just fixing
Just
stuff.
tightening us up.
Just fixing stuff.
Bill Paxton's had a great career.
Yeah, no,
You remember what movie he was on the other night, right?
We watched the movie.
The greatest movie of Bill Paxton's ever been in is Frailty.
No, we watched.
That's a
Weird-
good one.
We watched Weird Science.
Oh, Weird
Oh,
Science is a great
yeah.
movie too. Yeah.
he
Yeah,
was
dude.
Chet.
Chet, dude.
Zane thought it was funny.
Dude, Weird Science is great, man.
Zane was like all about it. He's like,
I don't even like scary movies, but Frailty's one of my go-tos. Like, that's a dope movie.
what was something that he laughed so hard of something in that movie, and I don't remember what it was, but he fucking busted laughing.
Dude, shit was funnier in the 80s.
Oh,
100%.
I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know what it
I
was.
can't
Something
remember
got him.
what part it was.
Someone said something, and he just could not stop laughing.
and then
Something
we
about,
couldn't stop laughing because Zane kept laughing.
Yeah, it was something stupid, like something about balls or something. He said penis or some shit, and he just busted up laughing. Couldn't stop. I'm like, you laughed because he said penis? He goes, yeah.
Oh no! It was the scene where the two guys were hiding in the bathroom and they were talking back and forth, and then the girls knocked on the door to see what they were doing in there, and the one guy opens the door, and the other guy farted inside
Oh,
of there,
yeah.
and then the
Totally
girl,
not a
the girl
penis.
was like, what are you guys doing in there? And
He goes, he's taking
the other
his shit.
kid goes, yeah, he just shit. And
Zane busted laughing. I said, you laughing because he said he's taking a shit? He goes, yeah. I said, damn, I wish I could just laugh like that off someone taking a shit, but whatever.
Dude, that's funny, man.
Oh, my God.
Shitting's hilarious.
So,
There's been a lot of stuff happening too. Don't forget the Supreme Court they stopped affirmative action same week this week.
I was kind of happy about that.
You should. I think you should be, right?
I spent all my time when I got out of the Air Force testing for police departments to get on, and I couldn't get anywhere because they're at a point where they had to correct all the past discrimination that had gone on. So if you were a white male, you pretty much had to score over 100% on tests just to get in, because everybody else was given so many credits based on, whatever cultural background or anything they were.
Yeah, and I think also it raises a really rough problem with, especially if you're a successful black person, right? Or a successful woman. Everybody automatically jumps to this weird idea that you only have your position because of your gender or your race and not because your merit, which is dangerous, number one. And number two, has to get tiring as a motherfucker to be this guy that constantly has to explain, no, I'm actually good at my fucking job. I'm not just here to fill a check mark on some government list that there's enough black dudes that work for this place.
And when did it become the way to fix something? Like, you want to fix discrimination, so let's turn it all around and discriminate against people that have discriminated against the others.
Yeah,
Let's do that until everybody gets tired of it enough, and then we'll get to the point where we were to, this week, where they turned around and said, okay, enough is enough. I think we have the balance now that we need to have.
how did everything go with you? Because you're applying for police.
Yeah, I was like 51 out of 117, so I think they took the first 50.
No
Damn.
fucking way.
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Fucking bitches.
Yeah, but I did get a letter that states that the next time they open up, I don't have to do any more of that fucking.
It's just a
bullshit
straight
The
all
physical
yeah.
training.
Yeah, I don't have to do any of the
So you just go straight to the academy.
testing. I'll have to go back through and do like the
The psych
interview
stuff,
stages,
yeah.
but I won't have to do like the physical agility, the reading, the writing, none of that.
That's good.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine being a police officer today. though.
No, there's no fucking way.
There's just
But
everybody.
you're going for a sheriff, right?
everybody.
No, it was OPD.
OPD.
Yeah.
Yeah, my,
Yeah.
my buddy just got an OPD a couple classes ago, and he's off probation. He's like a full cop, whatever, off his training or his
Yeah.
probation time and stuff.
He's single now, or by
Yeah,
himself.
and he's and he does a great job. And I remember when I was on his list of people to call, and I just said, listen, man, like this dude, if there's a rule to follow, he's the type of guy that would follow the rule. Like he just operates inside this level of honor that I think like he told me he's gonna be a cop, and I just thought to myself like, man, this is a great guy to be a cop. Super level-headed, super easygoing, like doesn't have like this weird pent-up rage inside of him that for some reason, at least in my personal experience, but I'm also a challenging asshole, 100% full disclosure. When I get pulled over, I crack my window like a fucking quarter inch, and because
Hey, you're okay because I do the same thing.
well, honestly, I've gotten pulled over and I've had somebody search my vehicle. Now, anyone who has talked to me before knows I've never smoked marijuana, I've never done a drug, and I've never drank alcohol. So
every search is bullshit.
when I get a search and a guy says my car smells like weed, I have a very huge problem with the fact that we have an uncalibrated piece of equipment, a human nose, to tell me that you detect the scent of marijuana, which then bypasses my Fourth Amendment right to not have you search my vehicle.
Yeah.
And it's just a waste of my time because you're not finding anything. There's no drugs or anything in there. It's like you're just literally being a dick because I didn't want to just like, I challenged the fact that your radar clocked me at 37 and a 30.
Me and Pat just had this fucking conversation because we were just talking about, well, yeah, what did you clock me with? Well, I was pacing you. Bitch, you ain't no fuck. What do you mean you pacing me?
Yeah, how can we talk about the time it would take to make up 3.5 miles an hour or whatever?
Get the fuck out of here.
And after talking to my buddy who got on the force, like he kind of laid me down with some stuff about, the things these guys are looking for and the things that they recognize as important and not important. And like, they're doing a better job of like, oh, this guy, he's not going 10 over. He's going 9 over. Just let him go. Like, we're not going to fuck with him. Like, we're out here to try and make the streets and the city a better
Right.
place.
Well,
like,
he needs to talk to the fucking douchebags at Sarpy County Sheriff's Office
sheriff's jobs
where
are only to give you a speeding ticket.
No, where they thought it was going to be okay to give me a ticket because I didn't have a fucking plate on the front of
The
my
front
car.
of your car, but it was in the windshield.
But it was in the windshield. Then the guy goes, but I couldn't see it because your windshield was tinted. But I'm not going to test your windshield, but I'm just going to write you a ticket for it. So then then in the ticket it says, hey, here's a $25 fine for not having your plate properly secured on the front of your bumper. I'm going to also give you a ticket for your window tint, but you're going to have to appear in court. Go fuck yourself. Then I go to court. My name's not on the list. And I'm like, hey, I took off my whole day because I know I'm going to be here fucking forever because everyone and their mom's here for traffic court. Just for me to find out all I had to do was pay a fucking fine. $99. And then charge me $4 to take it out of the ATM because they don't take debit card because, it's whatever. And then give me my $1 back.
Yeah,
all,
because
all for fucking...
they don't want to have any record
license
of that
plate.
cash transaction.
Yeah, right? Fucking bullshit.
Don't want the IRS to know
So
what
in
they're
other
getting. Wait,
words,
they don't have to pay
They
taxes, so
caught
cash
you
is
right
great.
and dirty.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing about it too is Nebraska passed a law in like 2021 where you don't have to have a front plate anymore. You can just get a sticker.
I did a sticker though, but they
Yeah.
still got to make their money somehow.
Yeah, they got to charge you what, $25 or something to get the damn sticker.
Guess who doesn't have that fucking sticker?
Yeah,
Me
fuck the
neither.
front plate.
I don't fuck that.
If you don't want if you don't want front plate, don't put it on. If they don't want to get you for the sticker, then just fucking pay the $25 fine and say fuck it.
Yeah, so I did. So
I really don't understand what the benefit is of having a front plate.
So
In
if
our
they're-
state, we don't have it.
yeah, I know. And I don't know why either. I think it's fucking stupid. But
Snow. Probably snow. It's really like if you have a truck, obviously, or a bumper. Like most of the bumpers have a set-in thing, so like the snow covers your plate, and your front plate
Gets
usually is
packed in there, yeah.
flat. Is usually flat, and there's no way for the snow to pile up on it. So now you have 2 ways to identify your vehicle
I usually think it's when they're coming on to you, they can see it through the front, and they have to whip it around
to
just so
make
they
sure
know
that you
I
have
don't
a
know.
thing.
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I think it's dumb. Like the front plate thing's dumb. Isn't the license back on the back of the truck, as Cheech says? Do you have your license? Isn't it on the back of the truck?
Is it on the back of my car, man?
Yeah, fuck. Isn't the license back there? You're already charging me. You're taxing me on taxed money and you're taxing me additionally to drive on these roads, and you're taxing me to license my car, and you're taxing me all this shit. Like, just
You're
fucking leave me the fuck
taxing me to
alone.
drive my own fucking personal property.
And now you're gonna tax me because I decided not to hang your special taxation certificate on the front of my vehicle. It's like, fuck, dude, leave me alone. Just fucking, you already, and plus in this state, the second highest property taxes behind Vermont, I think, something like that. We could look that up, but
I'd rather fucking move to Vermont.
I don't know, dude. Fuck the East Coast.
I like the trees
fuck,
over there.
Fuck,
Doesn't Bernie live there?
yeah, Bernie lives there, dude.
Fuck, go chill with him with his mask and cross his legs like this, where he's sitting there waiting for his COVID shot.
That's Bernie. Is that? Yeah, it's Vermont, right? Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
New Hampshire. New Hampshire is cool. They have that slogan of their state is "Live free or die."
Yeah.
What a
Well,
fucking sweet
A
deal.
lot of motherfuckers dying over there.
Live free or die.
Die hard.
Yeah.
Well, their state's the size of what, Ralston?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty small.
There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's stupid. Like, we have a huge state, and I can understand we have a lot of infrastructure to take care of with 3 million people in this state and a huge land mass, but I don't, like, I think Wyoming or something is like one of the most scarcely populated places on earth. There's literally places in the Sahara Desert that have more people per acre than Wyoming.
I mean,
Wyoming doesn't have, I don't think, if you could check this out, but I don't think Wyoming has the third highest state taxes, so they're paying for their roads somehow.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why your property taxes are so high here. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, our fucking
Terrible.
roads are shit.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else is shit.
We talked about at the top of the podcast that literally fucking driving around here sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. I mean, where he lives is fucking horrible.
It's
Oh, I
a fucking
know.
maze to get over there.
And I'm surprised that I don't get pulled over for DUI of fucking swerving potholes. They're like, how much you drink tonight? I don't fucking know. How much when you gonna get my fucking roads fixed?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't drink, but it's like you feel like you're drunk driving because you're swerving.
Weather happens, and it's hard to fucking say, hey, if there's gonna be roads, like, I know a bunch of dudes that
Just
work
blacktop everything. Fuck it.
I know a ton of dudes that work in the road crew, and I think those dudes work really hard. They
They
bust
work.
their ass.
They do. They
But
do.
the management higher and higher up of these things, like, it's almost like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and there's a fuckload of squeaky wheels, so they're trying to grease everything at the same time, and all you end up is this fucking mess.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. I don't know that I can manage the state better. I probably couldn't. I would. It's just my ego is gonna tell me right now I could not manage the state better.
You just throw your arms up once you learned how messed up it is.
Yeah, but we could definitely like compile a little bit more logic and
Just
pro-
make fucking
processed
just
approach
make
to
weed
how to do
legal.
things.
We'll all fucking be fine.
yeah, man, you gotta wait. I think you're not gonna have legal weed. I think there's a few people that are still hanging on in the old crowd that don't
There
want legal
is,
weed.
there is, and it fucking sucks. But as
Is
soon as they,
is
as
Tom
soon as they do
Osborne
it,
anti-legal weed? I guarantee it.
oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking. He's
Tom
not, yeah,
Osborne.
he's not about it.
Tom Osborne's, as long as he's alive, there'll never be legal weed in
Not
Nebraska.
a fucking chance. And he has like the biggest, highest fucking say in that office as it is.
If you hear he's in hospice, start buying weed stock.
Yes, right away.
That's the one thing blocking you right now.
It is. It is.
Wow.
It's like a fucking double layered condom.
They just did a constitutional carry here, starts September 10th, so
My birthday, bitch.
we're all moving in the right direction.
We are. I think that's a big step forward. There's another step forward too that they kind of just are nudging for. I don't remember what it was. But I don't know. We're in the right step where we need to be at. Just we already got a casino here. Finally got a casino here in Lincoln, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Really?
Yeah, we got one in Lincoln.
Oh, everybody finally realized it's all the Nebraska plates across the border at Iowa casinos.
Yeah, they're fucking
Yeah.
stupid because all that
All the
millions and
money they
millions and
lost.
millions is all going over
Yeah.
to Iowa. But they decided to put it in fucking Lincoln. Like
Aren't they
Omaha
putting
would have been way better.
Aren't they
But
putting one over there by like Funplex and shit?
I heard
There's
there
like
was
something
talk
going on with
about
that
it.
whole 70th and Q area is getting fucking worked over where
Yeah.
the,
The
horse track
used to be-
was.
or
Yeah.
horse track, yeah.
It's supposed to replace that, but they're still keeping the horse track. I think they said.
Sick, dude. Whatever. There's a
Uh,
legacy of horse
Race some
racing
door.
here.
So
Do it.
they're letting corporate casinos come in.
Well, have you seen the other thing is you're gonna have this problem because they have this weird thing where they have the fucking video slots like in every gas station,
I started
and
seeing
I
those
don't-
up at every Casey's now have video slot machines.
and I don't get how the ownership how it can happen like that. But yeah, even the Sinclair across the street from my shop has 3 or 4 of them in there.
And then the one off whatever off Grover, that gas station over there. What is
yeah,
that? Mega Saver.
All the Mega Savers have them.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I never understood it. I never will. I don't know.
Video.
They had them before that shit was legal. Like before
Well, they
even,
had them in like if you were in like I forget who, like over in Carr Lake, like there was a couple like Indian owned things like
oh yeah.
you know,
Carter
Native
Lake is
Americans.
Iowa, though, right?
There's like a weird line. I don't
There's-
know.
it's a
I can't
weird,
tell.
strange
I
line,
can't
like-
even tell. Like I know when I'm on when you pass 11th Street, you're like in Carter Lake, but then the rest of Carter Lake is like has a line through it, but then it cuts back like on Abbott behind the airport. So
It's
the airport
fucking
is like cut in.
So it's airport's still Omaha, but it's like in Carter
Carter
Lake.
Lake, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you look on a map,
It's got
It's
a
like
weird
a
line to the
U-shape.
Missouri
yeah,
River.
it's fucking dumb.
It goes like the Missouri River, like past the airport over there by like Gallup and shit, and then kind of cuts back over and cuts through the entire lake. So lake itself is like the border, and then it goes to like Locust Street back down to the riverfront. It sucks.
Huh.
It's insane. But yeah, over in like my shop is like over by Carter Lake, but it's in Omaha. It's East Omaha, and like you would go to a gas station, there'd just be like random like fucking video slots in there like for years. And I don't get it. I never understood. Like, this shit's not owned
I
by
played the video slots at Brewski's. Tried it one time. I didn't win fucking shit, but
I don't get it. I don't get
Wasn't-
how it. What's the difference between a video slot and a fucking poker table? Like, let's let fucking go.
yeah.
You can't even bet like the fucking. Your phone has to be in location mode to like online bet at
Yeah, that
Harrah's
pisses-
in Iowa.
But what pisses me off is they sports betting is legal in Nebraska now. You can sports bet in Nebraska.
But you can't sports bet with.
You can't do it
fucking-
off of a
the
fucking app.
The Harrah's app.
No, you cannot do it. Even you can't even do DraftKings. Is like
Yeah,
you can't even do
DraftKings
legit.
blocked, yeah.
Yeah, you can't even do that.
Huh.
So the only one I can do is
That's Tom Osborne, man.
there's another one I can do. I
Dudes
can't
are
remember.
pissed off.
Duel,
FanDuel,
FanDuel.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's only on teams. You can't bet on individuals.
Yeah,
It's only
dudes.
teams.
The old ball coach is like, no, they're tainting the sport.
Like your NIL deals taint fucking sports.
Yeah.
Fucking dude,
100%.
pay these fucking kids. I'm fucking stoked for the NIL too.
Yeah, I'm
Pay
fine.
every one of them. Give all these
But-
kids because why? Because everyone's mad at fucking Cam Newton because Cam Newton was getting paid when he went to Auburn. It's like let him fucking get him paid. He's the fucking shit. Did you see him in Auburn? He was awesome.
Who
Pay that fucker. Auburn. They were selling Auburn jerseys like a motherfucker.
we just talked about this yesterday. Is Harden got offered what $36 million to go to get possibly traded? I think 36
James
million.
Harden?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. He opted into his player option
Yeah.
to stay with the team.
but it was like they said it was
Yeah,
like
they're
up to
gonna
like
pay
36.
35 million,
Yes.
35 and a half, yeah.
Insane.
Well,
We were
Draymond
like-
Green just signed his contract.
I know, but we're like, where the fuck did they get the money at?
They're fucking rich dudes that
They
own
get
that
the
shit.
NBA teams. They have the sponsorship up. on
Yeah,
their
like soccer
and
jerseys
shit,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you ever look at them, they're right on their left shoulder. They'll have like
Fucking-
Venmo
yeah.
or
fucking
some
Cash
shit.
Oh,
Cash
yeah.
App.
I've
Cash
seen
It
it
App.
looks like a
fucking-
NASCAR
Yeah, dude.
stickers
Yeah.
all the way around them.
Let's
So
do that.
I was right. I was like, they're relying on their sponsors and then
Yeah.
whatever season ticket holders and
Dude,
their-
fucking media marketing, 82 basketball games a year. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like baseball. Why everyone's like, oh, why is baseball players get paid so much money? They play
160
162 games a
yeah.
year. That's a lot of fucking commercials.
That's so much fucking work too. That's so many games. Like
That's a
I
lot.
thought 12 games in high school was rough. You fucking-
Just saying, man. Like, yeah,
Ugh.
athletes get paid a lot. Is it outrageous? Probably. Is it outrageous? Probably. I don't care. You know, I love sports. I don't spend a ton of time watching sports because I have other shit to do.
Yeah, I don't have.
So I can't follow sports as closely
Yeah, I
as I
don't-
used to. or
anytime,
whatever.
as long as it's on after 7:00, I'm fucking solid.
Well, in my
I'll
house,
watch
man,
'em.
I get like a little bit of TV time a day, like pretty small amount. And like, you know, today the new Jack Ryan comes out. I will fucking binge that till it's done. That's it.
We have 3 other shows that we're supposed to be watching. We haven't watched it because we always find something else, or we just get too baked to watch TV and we fall asleep. But Letterkenny, we still have like a full season of Letterkenny to finish. Then the one with Little Dicky, his show. Still have his last season that he came out with. I haven't yet to finish. By the way, that's a good show. His Little Dicky show is actually really good. It's literally a real life, like it's just him acting.
Isn't it called Dicky?
It's called Dickie Ray.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just his. It's like literally him reacting what he grew up to get into the position that he's in. It's weird, but it's a good show. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's I've seen a lot more athletes getting a lot more bigger checks, bigger pay, and
Well, yeah. They
It's
look
just
at
in a
the
real
draft
sports
deals
more
are
and more.
even
they
crazy.
see what soccer players are making. They see what fucking even hockey players. A lot of hockey players getting paid a lot right now too. Like, there's a lot of draw for things that are fun. Like
I watched the draft for the hockey was pretty impressive. Some of those young kids were getting paid.
Well, yeah, and they start playing right away. Like a lot of those guys
Oh,
get
yeah.
drafted in April, and then they go and play until June for the team they get drafted for. They get dumped at the end of the season, and
Yeah.
you know, when Jake Gunsel got drafted from UNO here years ago, he jumped right in and played with the Penguins in the Stanley Cup final. Like,
Yep.
you know, he won a Stanley Cup his first couple months in the NHL. Like,
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Lucky you, motherfucker.
Probably not lucky, but
No, but
still got
it-
paid a lot. Took a lot of effort to get to where he's at.
It's
But
talent. Talent.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of money out there.
Well, pass that money my way. I'll tell you.
Fuck, but your politicians make a lot of money too, dude. I think like
make
the
too much money.
senator makes $279,000 a year, something like that. I think a congressperson makes $179 or something
That's chump change for them because they're
Yeah.
making all the money off
on the back end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not as much money as
The shit
Fauci.
they can't
Fauci gets a
claim.
little fucking
Hey,
royalty off
gov-
every one of those
government-
fucking
hey,
jabs. NIH did.
Government jobs will pay you some good money too.
That's what Ted Kennedy said. Don't be mad at me, Anthony Fauci. I was listening. I was listening to Robert Kennedy on Joe Rogan. He told me everything I need to know about you.
Yo, he's a fucking savage, man.
If that most multimillionaires are. You know, I don't think you get multi-million. You know how hard it is to get hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands? It's hard as
yeah.
shit. Imagine that times 20,
No.
200, 2,000.
Yeah.
Bill Gates, 20,000.
Dude, Bill Gates has been weird lately.
You got to watch it, dude. I can't say anything about BG. I always abbreviate him on the internet.
I'm not getting into him, but he's
Sorry, Bill.
him and his wife are creating some crazy shit right now.
His new wife?
Yeah.
Does he have a new wife?
Yeah, and they're creating some fucking
Wait, is
injectable shit.
Is that Melinda and him still together? Is that
Those
his original
shots.
wife? That his OG wife? Are they still together? It was
I believe
Bezos
so.
that got divorced, right?
Yeah,
He's,
Bezos,
yeah,
yeah.
Bezos. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
sorry.
got $1 billion out of that deal.
She gave a bunch of it away. She's killer. She seems like a nice lady.
She got her money though.
Whatever, man. Have you ever? I mean, I say this all the time. Like my wife doesn't work, but like I wouldn't be in the position I am, and our shop wouldn't be where it is. It wouldn't even be on its feet without her. She was half the seed money to get going.
Yeah,
She
but that's
sacrifices.
that's the difference though. The difference on this side of the ball, she wasn't fucking part of any of that shit.
When did she start getting married to him? If she was married to him when the
She was
motherfucker was
after
still
he
selling
created
books,
Amazon.
if she was a part of his life when he was still selling books out of an office in Washington,
Yep.
then guess what? She's part of it.
There was an argument about it because people said she was being a gold digger of asking so much money, but she was after the fact. He started to blow up a little bit, where Amazon became Amazon, like legit.
You don't know the conversations and the
But
intellectual property
don't.
she helped
Yeah,
to grow.
no, you don't. You don't.
She
you
might
don't.
have encouraged him and said, "Listen, man, you got to stop selling these books. Nobody wants books. Everyone wants paper towels
Yep.
and fucking solar
bulk.
lights for their backyard. You know, fuck them. Sell everything. You're a
But
great
I'm-
salesman, Jeff. You're
I'm
terrible."
glad she got her money's worth because that's. I mean, she squeezed as much as she could, and
She
I think he's
it
just like,
was-
"Fuck, give her $1 billion."
That's nothing to him. That is nothing.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's like it didn't even like
How much
didn't
is-
affect him.
Can someone tell me how much Jeff Bezos is worth?
He's like a 60-something billion or 600-something billion.
$600 billion.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. There's guys out there that are
Are
still.
you getting the real number?
There's
Um,
guys out there paying
151.7 billion.
150,
worth.
151 billion. He gives her 1 billion. He gives her less than 1% of his net worth. And she's, I mean, do they have children together? Did he
I think
raise?
they have
did
kids.
she raise their children? Did she take care of his fucking dogs? Did she wash his underwear? Like anything that
He gave her 38.3 billion.
perfect.
God
fucking great.
damn.
Great, dude.
I thought it was $1 billion.
No, 38.
I would have been happy with 1 billion.
Fuck yeah, but I got
How much money
37 out of
how much
38?
money of that $38 billion did she donate?
Yeah, I'm sure she donated some of it.
I bet she donated
She,
the
I
lion's
think she,
share of it.
I think she did do something because
think
she
she-
made headlines about donating something.
She paid for an entire university school or something. I don't remember.
Was it the Brown?
14.4 billion
She donated 14.4 billion out of 38 out of the first.
to more
38.
than 1,500 organizations.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Good
Fuck
for
it.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, oh shit, I don't need 38 billion, but you know what?
Every time I think of people donating a lots amount of money, I think of Revenge of the Nerds when they give it to the, what's that? What's that? Lama
Tri-Lambs?
Oh, the
The
Tri-Lambs?
Tri-Lambs?
Yeah.
But he like, or no, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't Revenge of the Nerds, but one of them was like they donated a check to the school. Or was it Mr. Deeds? It was Mr. Deeds, and he gave it to the all black college. And the guy looked at the check, and goes, it was like $300 billion or whatever his net worth was at that time when he got his money from his uncle or
Yeah.
was his uncle.
Dude,
But
I mean, I'm
it's-
just saying, like, if you're gonna come out and you say, okay, I really don't need $38 billion. Also, what are the circumstances that surround their dissolvement of their relationship? Did Jeff Bezos find some 24-year-old hottie that he'd rather be with than his wife he's been with for years?
Probably.
You got to pay to get out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to pay to get out. Like, sorry, she gets $38 billion and he got 150 still.
That's
that wasn't
impressive.
shit.
Yeah. And the biggest yacht in the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that thing is
wasn't
sick.
shit. And how much cooler does he look? She had to be with him when he was a scrub with like the horseshoe haircut and like the ill-fitting suit. And now the dude looks like he's a fucking bad guy in a Marvel movie. Fucking
real.
rad as shit looking. Like
Yeah.
she got to be there for the glow up, but didn't get to experience like the life with the glow up. Like, come on, man. You know, and I don't even know what she looks like.
She
but
probably was
she's
smart enough.
probably
she
a
got out of
lovely
there
woman.
just in time.
Probably a lovely woman. She seems nice.
No.
As long as she's not out there with the rest of the billionaires drinking the adrenochrome, we'll be fine. That one's getting you banned.
I stopped it right
Oh,
before
good.
that,
Yeah,
too.
you got us- that one's getting us banned.
So just to recap,
Just to recap, the Supreme Court did a bunch of crazy shit this week, and
The fucking submarine is a cover up.
submarines a cover up. The roads in Omaha suck fat balls,
Biden's son sucks a lot of dick.
and the seas.
Yeah.
I don't say their name.
Yeah, I like
do
to
it
not say
for
them,
me.
but yeah, they help him by sucking his dick too. So
We all worked a lot of jobs, and we realized that Pat and Tyler are mainly
Job
fun,
whores.
so fun and smart because of all the experience they've had working in all their jobs.
whatever.
Whatever, dude.
That's a nice way of putting it.
That
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah, you're
Thanks.
welcome. I think that if we get in and Pat starts telling me how an Otis elevator works, I'm like, damn son, how do you know this? He's like, I had three,
I
I
fucked
there
with
for
you a
three
little
weeks.
bit.
I had 3 weeks one
Funny
time I
you
worked at
say
Otis.
that. I've been doing a lot of elevator contracts lately.
I bet you
Have
have.
you?
I guarantee that you
I
know it.
have.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
all of your experience helps all your contract writing. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
Did you get to do any work through the base over here when they were building that big ass satcom?
No.
No, that wasn't you.
No, I haven't worked DoD for a long time.
So whoever got that contract, fucking money.
I know a lot of electricians that worked there for years.
That
Like,
bit that
they were building it for years.
That thing goes down. That
Yeah.
thing goes down, like a long way.
Tyler's not sharing anything he's not supposed to.
That's not. But I know a lot about that place too, which is kind of cool. But
There is some cool stuff on off.
When
I
they
was
were-
stationed there for a little
yeah,
while.
when they were building, because they originally had Satcom, and then the new one that they just built, I got a little wind of it because my grandfather, because that guy, I told you about him, Ray, Grandpa Ray. He's who's Remy's middle name's after, but he was really high up and he did a lot of CIA work. He was he was a person that went overseas and got intel.
He was a Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
Damn, your grandpa's Jack Ryan.
But he was 100% fluent in 7 different languages.
Damn, son.
Mostly loved Japanese. Was really fluent in Russian, and he knew Korean. He knew Thai. He knew like a bunch of different languages.
If
And,
there was a sniff of communism in your region, he knew your
dude,
language.
I'm telling you what. So on his
Those are
death,
some fun places to go to.
on his deathbed, he told me, he's like, "Listen, there's some shit out there that you think you might know, but you don't. The government's fucking corrupt, and they're after you. Every inch of your body, they're after you." And he's like, "This shit that I've seen," he's like, aliens are fucking real.
Yes.
He's like, we seen all. He's like the shit that we talked about, and he worked like he was literally like he was in that shit. Like no one knew his real name for the longest time because of all the shit that he had to do. Like he went under a different name. Like he got knighted. I say knighted, but he got knighted by the Emperor of Japan.
The tycoon.
Like it's fucking crazy. The dude was like untouchable, and then he just dies of old age.
Dude, whatever, dude.
It's the
You
best
can't-
way to go.
Yeah,
man.
he was-
dude, you can't always
chilling.
have everyone gets like weird when people have an unextravagant death, when they
He's
have an
like
extravagant
88 years old. He smoked every single fucking day. Every day.
life. He probably smoked filterless cigarettes. I don't think it's the tobacco that kills you, it's the filter.
He bought the tips. No, he bought the orange tips that you put on the tip of your cigarette, and it filters out all the tar, and it turns that orange thing black because it collects all the tar in it. And he
You don't
just
get that shit on
probably
your
smoked it.
fingers. You look at people that used to smoke and then those 2 little dots in their 2 fingers where they
Shit.
smoked
Oh, yeah.
all day. It's
That
like,
dude would smoke in his. He wasn't supposed to, but in his retirement facility in Bellevue, he would sit there and smoke in his fucking room
with all the doors and windows shut, and he would smoke the shit out of it and then leave his front door open and smoke the whole way out. He's like, fuck you guys. He hated his life there. He said he was supposed to be there just to be with his friends, and all of his friends died, and he's like, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So he's like, fuck it. I'm just going to do what I want. And they let him do what he wanted. They wasn't going to tell him no. I mean, the motherfucker had his guns in his car because his car was underneath the building because they had underground parking. So he had all of his guns were just sitting in his trunk. And all of his, like, he had a, what is the big Magnum, like the nice
Desert
polished
Eagle?
Desert Eagle, just sitting in the bag. He was supposed to be my mom's.
Got the
it's just
desert
crazy.
ease.
So, and I got all of his samurai swords. So I got all that shit. So I'm just chilling.
Nice.
Sick, dude.
It's crazy.
Who
So
would have thought you'd be a ninja?
yeah, I feel like it.
Saying,
feel like it.
following the Bushido code.
So, yeah, if we get banned, it's all Josh's fault.
Listen, nobody told me trade secrets on their deathbed. So if you and I have no information of what Tyler knows about.
I know it
so
all. So go if you want to come
Don't
kill me.
don't
bye.
come talk to me about it.
Just don't poison my tea at fucking Starbucks. That's all I ask.
Don't drink tea at Starbucks and you'll never have a problem.
That green tea slaps. You had it in Vegas. Oh no, you were with me. I got the green tea in Vegas. Shit's good.
They try and water it down. They give you they give you too much water. I'm just saying, whatever.
I'd ask for no ice too. So
I'd rather drink coffee than tea, but if we're gonna go for it, I'm drinking unsweetened tea with a little bit of lemon.
yeah. Well, shout out to all my sponsors. Appreciate you guys. Always listen to the Shedcast. We gotta go. It's 8:49.
See
We're
ya.
on here for an hour. Everyone say goodbye. See you later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Over yet. I said it's not over yet. Catch up on all the latest episodes just by saying, "Hey Alexa, play the Shedcast," or find us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at the Shedcast LLC. From all of us at the Shedcast, thank you for listening.